Hello everybody, hello, and welcome to another wonderful pre-premiere for Elements of Justice. Hope you're all doing well. You will notice that the chat is currently not active. I will be getting that sorted very shortly, but before I do, I'm going to do a quick introduction of myself before I take you through everybody we have here today. So, salutations everyone, my name is Mr. G, director and owner of Ace Attorney Elements of Justice. I will be hosting the pre-premiere as always, and getting you all suitably ready for the magical mystery that we are going to unleash on you all today. As I mentioned though, I have several faces, several individuals, several personalities, if you will, waiting to discuss their experiences. I'm also going to turn this volume down a little bit because it's quite loud, about how they have enjoyed making this episode and a little bit more about themselves because, you know, one man is never an island. I'm not the whole team. I am part of a team. And I always like to give opportunities for people to sort of, you know, promote themselves. So whilst I fix the chat and get rid of that nasty big sort of black screen there that is just sort of sitting there menacingly, I'm going to pass on to Jarvy to introduce himself first.
God, wait, I was totally listening when you said how we're supposed to introduce ourselves. Yeah. Hi, everyone. This is going great. My name is Jarvy Jared, and I do things on the occasion. Sometimes they're pretty good. I'm not at liberty to say anymore. I'll do anything for money. Has that joke been beaten into the ground yet?
Boo! That joke has been beaten into the ground.
Julius isn't here. I'm the only J guy here. I think, you know. Shout out to Julius Gemstone for not being here to do anything for money. But if you pay, I will do anything for money. Maybe. Questionable.
Why?
This man. Know who I am.
Why?
You know who I am. You know,
is Sussy Baka. Moving on to the person just slightly above him, who I'm just shifting along the bench because I didn't get an opportunity to correctly align everybody. We have Nox.
That was one hell of a start. So, name's Nox. I'm part of the audio engineer team. For this episode, I worked on 2 scenes, and, well, I hope you're gonna enjoy it. We'll see how it goes.
That's quite a hell of a pitch right there, Nox. No, well, I'm sure that'll be great. We don't want
to say much.
Man, give yourself some credit. Give yourself credit, man. You do some excellent job. Standing in for Soundman in this instance, who unfortunately couldn't make it because he decided that he wanted to get into biking, and having never done biking before, he decided to, I think, tear a muscle. So he's recovering right now. Poor bloke. From Nox, I shall pass on to Shannon.
Hello, it is I, Shannon Evans, team leader of the Riggers, and partially responsible for the new rig that may or may not be showing up this episode. As I'm shifting along on the bar.
Just slowly shuffling everyone along. Don't mind me controlling your actions, your movements. I'm just
What are we, puppets?
Maybe.
Call this episode something related to puppets then. Why did we gleam of uncertainty? Who knows? I don't know. I don't know things. I'm confused.
You don't indeed. Anything else, Shannon? You want to promote yourself of?
Just that. I hope you guys enjoy. And, well, let's see.
You're really thinking about this one.
Well, the only thing I have to say is just be nice to the newcomers that show up in this episode.
Ooh, be nice. Ooh, that's an unusual request. Okay. Now you heard it fair from Shannon, everybody. Be nice. Or don't. See what happens. Up next, CadetRedShirt.
Hello.
Your avatar.
I had to close my window. Sorry.
Right. I saw your avatar flash to life, then flash off and on again. I was like, oh no, the first technical difficulty of the stream, not the microphone.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's all good. Hi, I'm CadetRedShirt, voice of Applejack and Sonata, and I guess I do concept art still, right? That's my role.
You still do?
Yeah, still do. Yes. I don't I didn't get the ping for what we're supposed to do to introduce, but
that's enough. You have done a wonderful job already, Cadet. Do not worry. We've got plenty of time to delve more into your wonderful history anyway, so don't worry about it. But,
gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Voice of Sonata, I think, is already a pretty headline statement in itself, considering, after all, it is Sonata's and Apollo's case. So
I was gonna say Applejack too. I've been in every scene so far. It's kind of terrifying.
Yes, we'll get into that later actually, because there's some good stories with that.
Yeah.
Love Applejack representation.
Applejack's my favorite horse.
Applejack is such a sweetheart.
It's a great background pony.
No.
It's really too
Oh,
much.
he said it. I let cancel the episode.
Hey, I
Cancel Mr. G, everyone. Applejack is
Alright.
great.
Applejack background pony. No.
No.
I'm gonna put you in the background. G. Oh wait, we already did that.
I am in the background. Haha, exactly. Once a background pony, always a background pony. Moving along before we start an internal flame war, Alicia, off to you.
Well, hi guys. First time being here, but my name is Alicia, and I think I'm doing art stuff for the
You think?
channel.
You think?
I think. Well, I know. Well, the thing is that I have been very busy, so I haven't done much really as of late. But there is one scene I hope that will come here. I'm guessing.
You may be thinking of a later scene, but you did contribute to this episode in some other ways. May have to remind you later.
Yeah, evidence. I have been doing so.
True.
But I've been really
evidence is
busy. Evidence is very important. But I've been really busy. Right now, the island is like doing some carnival. Caribbean is doing carnival, so haven't done much of as of late. But hopefully in future there will be more.
Sounds very nice. Very nice.
That celebration. It's really big, right? It's pretty loud. It's pretty noisy. It's pretty much,
It is indeed.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well, you can tell us a bit more about your background with all the wonderful art that you do, but also what this wonderful celebration is. Moving on along, though, we have a man, or a squid, I should say. Squibbles? Something riding a horse pony thing.
Squib.
Squib.
Hey guys. Hey guys. I'm Brunoski. I'm team lead of the editors. A guy that went from not knowing how to edit to somehow becoming the team lead, and I've been loving working for the OJ, and I contributed to this episode as well. So I hope you're looking forward to it. It's gonna be a good one.
I would hope you contributed to it as the team leader of the video editors, Bruno. Lead by example, my good man.
Absolutely. So how about you start editing now, Mr. G?
Oh, well, you see, I don't want to get in the way of your wonderful magical art form. I don't want to, take away such a wonderful opportunity from you. I'm sure you love working on Adobe. I'm sure it's one of the best products you've ever touched.
Come on, Mr. G, get down from your throne. Come edit. Come to the Adobe Mines with us.
I couldn't do such a thing. I could take such privilege away from you, Bruno. But it's not just you, though, actually, today, who has the blessing of the Adobe gods to be praised for. We also have Ghost joining us.
Hey guys, I go by Ghost. I'm a video editor on the team. I was responsible for the first scene in this episode, so you'll see my work right away. Awesome.
Hell yeah. We get
aside from being tortured by Adobe Animate, I do a little like YTP, YouTube poop type stuff. I don't know. I think I sent some. I think G might have some examples.
I
don't know.
We will get to that. I need to set it up because in my infinite wisdom, as I said to everybody before we got live, I was in the middle of what I can only describe as a very engaging tabletop campaign. And I promised myself I'd only spend a couple of hours on it. However, that proceeded to turn from a couple of hours to 4 hours, and I immediately had to rush back home to get to this. So we're late because of me, everybody. I'm to blame. I'm the bad one here. I'll admit it. I did an oopsie.
It's fitting, G, that your profile still has the little clown stuff on Discord because of that.
That's actually true. Yeah, I'm a clown in Discord and a clown on stream. Truly, I am living up to my greatest potential. Oh no, my entire team are now turning into the circus as well. It's a disease, it's spreading. Whatever will I do? I know what I'll do.
Turnabout Big Top.
Ooh.
The episode scripts.
We don't talk about Turnabout Big Top, but we do talk about Turnabout Discharge. So, let's have a quick look. That was a really nice fade, actually. I had not intended for that to happen, but there we go. We'll take it. So, Turnabout Discharge, A Gleam of Uncertainty. That's the name of the this episode. Slightly hidden behind Bruno and Cadet, but I'm sure you've all seen the thumbnail in some capacity, so or at least the silhouette. Yeah. Wow, we're here at episode 3, team. We've made it to the 3rd episode. That's 4 for 4 when we count BOJ 2-1 last month. So we have, as a team, managed to upload an episode every month 4 times in a row. And I want everybody here in the team right now to give me how that's made them feel, like what you guys are feeling, knowing that we're actually not only on track, but we're consistent, and we don't seem to be in any sign of slowing down as either. So what's everybody here's initial thoughts about that, and people in the chat as well? Actually, I see all of you reacting. So yeah, give us your yeehaws, give us your whoo, give us your best. I don't know what's the best reaction in Ace Attorney again, or at MLP.
You assume that we watch this show. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Probably a big fat objection.
No, yeah, we're all Ace Attorney fans. I don't know what you
Obviously.
mean, My Little Pony.
Yeah. What is a pony?
Yeah,
Questioning.
What's My Little Pony? I don't know.
That sounds like some cringe stuff, you know? Like, who'd make a show about that? I don't think it's gonna catch on, guys. My Little Pony.
Is it not?
I am
Is it
very
not?
excited, though, to answer the question.
Go on,
Having an
take it
episode
away.
a month is, like, really nice.
Yeah,
it's
and
a
you
good
were there.
Consistency. I was there, yeah.
You were there
Oh my
when I
gosh.
announced it as well. So how does it feel
Yeah.
looking at being a part of that announcement and, you know, having all our reputation staked on my madness? How does it feel that we're actually not going to look like idiots, Cadet? How does it feel?
If we do, I will fully blame you. It will be your fault. As director and the person that decided this.
Hey, I'm a visionary, you know, one might say, and you know, sometimes we can be a little bit stupid, but that's why I have all of you wonderful people to keep me in track. Yes, a little, but tell me, Cadet, because I am curious. What is, I guess, because I'm assuming, and actually, no, knowing your history, you've worked on quite a lot of different projects.
Yes.
What would you say that EOJ is now one of the most how do I pick this word without it sounding too like egotistical? Like most efficient word? Is that the best way to put it? Or the most reliable? Maybe words are hard. Give me a good word to use.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
And to me, it is a big relief to know that all of the, like, when it comes to projects, there's sort of like a law of entropy in relation to how much effort goes into the project and then what the end result ends up becoming. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yep.
Like,
yep.
Yeah. So to have so many projects, I've been a part of so many that have never seen the light of day, and I still have all the files. I actually found the hard drive. The external hard drive with all of the stuff from previous years. I've been going through it slowly and sort of having this like, wow, 80 projects have never made the light of day.
Wow.
So, yeah.
80.
To know that this one is like reaching not only like a completed stage, but like excelling in that is so relieving to me. It's very nice to know that all of this work is going to a project that knows what it's going to be doing and has a clear vision and has a steady flow of people that are able to contribute to it. You know what I mean? Like it's really relieving. It's like a weight off of my shoulders because I've been a part of so many projects that have never gone past the voice acting part into the final stages at all. Like,
wow. Well,
so
I don't know what you can say to that. I mean, it's great that we're obviously, 1 in 81, I guess, in that instance. We are the, 1 in 2%, no, 1.15%. Someone do the maths on that one and get back to me. But the point is that we have a great survival rate. Where's Puffy when you need him?
Yeah, a survival rate is a good way of wording it. Because I've been a part of maybe 200 total, but there's a good, 80 that have never made it past, and then a good maybe 40 that have made the first couple stages and then just didn't finish the story kind of thing. Yeah, okay. So
80.
You asked
that
for
number's going to be
calculation, Mr. G. That 1 out of 81. That is less than a. If I did the math correctly, I have a calculator app. This is 0.0123456789. Literally that. That is the percentage. So that's less than that's 1%.
That is. Well, it would be one. No, it'd be more than 1% because 1% would be 1 out of 100.
1.5%.
Yeah,
that's impressive. That's awesome. That's a great fact, Cadet. You've uplifted this stream by 10 times now, knowing that we have just barely
Being part
survived.
of the fandom for 12 years, I've done 150 or so projects now that I'm including comic dubs and stuff. And again, 80 of them never made it past the writing and voice acting stage.
Wow,
so
50.
Yeah.
That's
150. That's a lot.
That's impressive.
1% of all audio dramas, apparently.
So there's a lot of audio dramas that I could hear Sonata in.
Possibly. Honestly.
I like how you're thinking, Bruno.
Yeah, really.
I had what is it? Scribbler. I've voiced in a couple of Scribbler's projects, so one of or two of the voices that I've done in those would definitely be Sonata's voice, because this was before EOJ. So yeah, you will see those.
Secret Sonata identity. Hey.
Dun, dun, dun.
You were contacted for EOJ back when the first episode came out, but in 2016, or was it something afterwards?
Was I contacted for?
Yeah, did you? Were you assigned as Sonata back in the first episode?
She wasn't in the first case.
No, she was in the.
Oh, she was.
The ending cutscene with.
You're right. Yeah. No, I joined. I think maybe 6 months before she was included in that.
Right.
I think.
So you joined before in the episode before the episode.
So I've been part of the project for maybe 4.5 years, I think, I didn't have a speaking role for so much of it, and now I have too much.
We were biding our time with you.
It's wonderful. It's great.
We were biding our time, Cadet. We were waiting to get the most amount so that when you did finally have to speak, it would be 100%, completely use it all up, all in one go.
Yeah.
No, it's great. No,
I mean, we tortured Athena's VA in case 2, so now it was your turn.
Well, Athena was around for case 1 too. Remember, Adox voiced Coco originally in 1-1, so she's been around since probably 2014, 2015. If the episode came out in 2016, couple of years.
Oh, wow.
Now. Yeah,
long time. It's a lot of really awesome people who stuck around for a long time. Just before we move on to talk to some of the. To talk about some other things, you had a quick request for me to flash up that you're currently drowning in stickers. Apparently, are you, Cadet?
I am. Yes, I have too many stickers. If anybody's interested, I have the little QR for my Ko-fi shop. I have so many stickers. There's a lot more than just those.
It's quite a good image.
Yeah. That's my little plush that I take to conventions and stuff. Mr. G saw the plush in person at UKPC last year, actually.
It was adorable because we got to put it on the Edgeworth pony
the
cosplay.
Pony Edgeworth, yeah.
Awesome. No, that was great.
That's epic. Yeah.
I don't suppose it'd be too much. Yeah, because I've already did. Funnily enough, for anybody who's watching now, Ace Attorney Elements of Justice is confirmed for a stall at UK PonyCon this year. It's a first first announcement of that. So if you're interested, if you're in the UK or if you're just nearby to the UK, come along in October. More information on that will be released as and when I can release more about it. But we are being confirmed for stall holder, so, just a nice little shameless self-promotion alongside Cadet drowning in the stickers. All shameless self-promotion. But no, that's adorable. I remember you making that whilst at PonyCon Online, I think, or at least I think that was when you made this image.
Yeah. Yes. And I figured it worked. It worked well.
It just worked. Well, thank you very much for giving some wonderful insight to yourself, Cadet. I'm going to pass next on to one of our newer people for these streams. I want to pass on to you, Alicia, because you mentioned, first time being in one of these things. So you're obviously nerves of steel right now. Absolutely nothing is terrifying you in any capacity. I'm sure you're raring with positive energy.
Nah, I'm Alicia and I'm fine. Yeah, now I'm good. It's fun being here. Gotta add that Apollo just as
Say again, Shannon.
we got a donation of $25.
Oh, we did. Who did we get that from? Poor Kate, one of our front gallery. I can never make it to these live due to the full-time job. Oh, I know exactly. Trust me, being in a full-time job as well, you have no idea how much it does eat at you. So do what you can, but thank you so much for the generous donation. Thank you very much for your support as well. Thank you for being a front gallery member, which I believe you have been for over a year now, if my memory serves me correctly. So your generosity and your commitment, one of a kind, I have to say. But Alicia, back to the One Piece stand, because that's as much as I really understand about you, is that you're just absolutely addicted to One Piece. Tell me more about yourself. Tell me more about what you've contributed to in the past with EOJ, because you have contributed quite a fair amount of art assets previously. Don't discount your contributions.
No, I remember doing like 2 thumbnails in the beginning, and then I did the Bonds of Justice for Rainbow Dash. That was the first one.
That's right. Yes, you were actually you created one of the very first, what I like to consider sort of memory moments, as I like to refer to them, from the Bonds of Justice series. The adorable picture of Rainbow Dash just sitting on the couch after talking to a phoenix. It was so cute. It was so adorable.
Yeah, I really liked that one. It was like a big moment.
What's I guess now I'm no artist. I think everybody is aware of that fact. When you're going through the process of drawing for EOJ, what really helps motivate you to, give or to design most of the things that you create? Like, what is your how do you create in the worst possible way of asking that question?
Well, I just draw. That's the inspiration, motivation I get. It's just draw. And I've been doing a lot of like art stuff for myself as well. Just draw for myself here and there. It never gets posted. Mostly, sometimes on YouTube I post stuff. Depends if I like it and share it to the world. But mostly, I do it for myself, only just to improve and for future commissions. And I did work on a few kids' book that were published and not published, and I'm working on one currently again, which took like 3 years later to get a response. But there's some progress outside of the digital world.
Ooh, a book. That's quite impressive.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on her to react though, so it's gonna maybe take another like 100 years to get that thing finished or something.
Well, I hope you eat healthily then and exercise regularly so that you'll be able to be alive still when it finally does get released.
Yeah,
What's What's the name of the book? Someone's asking. I was going to ask that question as well. Like, what's the book about? If you can talk about it.
It's about a spider, and technically I find it funny because she said like eat right and everything is like I can give the titles like Seuss the spider searches for food. So she's technically trying to figure out what is good for her to eat and don't eat bad stuff.
Oh, that's adorable.
Eternal struggle.
Yeah, so I have to recreate her characters because she doesn't she has it in her mind, and I created it for her, and she was very happy and pleased. But yeah, still waiting until I can produce. So that's something that I've been waiting for 3 years. But she replied a couple of days ago, which was surprisingly. So hopefully by the end of this year, it might be finished.
Oh, well, that's that's lovely to hear. I hope that it goes successfully. I hope that they respond, and if not, I'll send them a very strongly worded email saying, get back to her immediately, I want to read this. Yeah. The angry deer will come for you if you do not publish this book tomorrow. Do it. Oh, that's wonderful.
Mr. G's Mafia connections.
No, we're British. We're more civilized than the Mafia. We have pub gangs, roadmen.
You can't throw that kind of statement out
there.
there.
That's the Mafia for them.
The British Mafia. We don't come for you with machine guns and pistols. We come with you with angry cups of tea and giant crumpets. We'll pelter you with scones and jam. Have at ye! No, it's wonderful news.
Have a match of footy on your corpse.
It's great though to hear that you've got your exploits outside of just drawing art, and wonderful to hear that you're pursuing different things. Do you find that EOJ helps with that, or is it more of a distraction?
No. I mean, sometimes here and there. I mean, sometimes I do some EOJ work on school grounds, and one of my teachers really be looking at what I'm doing, and sometimes he butts in and figures out like, what are you doing? Explain to me, and then he helped me out with one evidence piece because I do digital publishing. So he was really looking at the evidence, and he was like, what is this? This is a disgrace. So yeah, you lectured me for 3 hours. So of that. So yeah.
Have you accidentally submitted EOJ work as schoolwork?
No, never.
Okay, good. All right, good.
Oh, God.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He kind of just like looks on my laptop. He like spies on me for some weird reason, like not in a creepy way. It's just that because we have to do our schoolwork too, And if I'm doing other work, he's just speculating. I was like, Alicia, you best be doing homework.
Alicia, why are you drawing funny lawyer horse show stuff?
Yeah, can't be doing that.
You can't be doing that on school grounds, Alicia.
Yeah, but he allowed me to work on them, which made me happy because then I have time to work on these type of things as well.
Which is awesome. No, it's good to hear, and it's lovely and I do know exactly which piece you're referring to. So yeah, for anyone who didn't catch that, there is a piece of evidence which is, for lack of a better term, being academically approved, shall we say.
Oh, God. I hate that you
approved by a teacher.
You can now officially say that this stuff is approved for educational purposes. Have at ye. No, awesome source. I'm gonna pass on now that we've got that awesome fact, because I did want to get that in there at the very least to highlight. We are going full coverage now with EOJ. We don't just stop at the YouTube. We now infiltrate the education system, and I'm going to go into another one of our newer faces. I'm going to pass to you, Ghost, since you're around. Now, Ghost, Adobe.
Hey, what's up? Yes.
How much do you love Adobe, Ghost? How much do you love it?
There's no words for how much I love this program. Man, this is the most perfectly developed program I've ever worked with. Obviously.
Behind your head, isn't there?
No, I know it's a massive pain. I mean, guys, this program, it sucks. It's only because of our amazingly talented automation team that it even functions the way it's supposed to. I think.
Yeah.
So, hope that's a good answer.
No, it's a wonderful answer. Most diplomatic answer you probably could have given, because I know that if I asked Bruno that same question, I'd have to probably get the sort of the bleep machine out. But do tell me more. Tell me more. Was this what you expected when we initially opened up for video editing? I'm sure the answer is probably no, but I still want to hear what you thought anyway.
Yeah, no. So actually, it's almost been 2 years since I joined the team. So I've worked on a handful of episodes on this project, all the way back 2.5, I believe, was the first one I worked on.
Wow.
Really? So that was a long time ago, actually. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like ancient history now.
That does. Yeah. No. Honestly,
Do you remember that one? Like, seriously.
No, I do remember 2.5. If I'd be a very bad director if I forgot the episodes that came before me. I'm just trying to remember. Like, truthfully, so much has changed since 2.5 that honestly, I feel like it's another country. As Bruno was just sort of saying, it's a different time, different era, different me. Wow. And so, yeah, you mentioned the automation, and you mentioned, God bless automation in that capacity. But if you want to talk a bit more about that, or talk about anything else related to the editing that you've found to be improved or gotten worse or whatever, because as we all know, Adobe is a product, so it's completely fine if you want to turn this into your therapy session. You're allotted 5 minutes of Adobe therapy, shall we say, for public, disclosure of how much pain the damn program induces on you.
Really, it's just a matter of I mean, it's a combination of knowing how to work with the rigs, work with the and just working with the commands. Like, there's a lot of commands that I have to learn. I guess I should. Should I talk about what they do for in Animate? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's GitHub that people can, ironically enough, go and look at. So it's not as if it's terribly secretive knowledge, but if you've got good advice for anyone who needs to handle the dragon that is Adobe, I'm sure no one's going to exactly stop you from giving it.
Yeah, save often. Save even if you think you don't have to save, that's kind of just common editing practice, honestly. Make sure to look out for bugs, squash bugs. Yeah.
Sure, there's more. There's Blink stuff as well. You've got quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's the courtroom swipes. There's the blinking. All of that is automated through our command system. It can be kind of complex, but there's just a little bit of a learning curve to it all. It's not terribly difficult. It's just frustrating when, you go back and look at the scene and it's like, what went wrong? Why is the preview so off? Why is there glitches going on here? And it's like, it's really a headache. And that's the gist of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Being able to need to go over your scene.
Shout out
I got another polish for you.
Shout out to Soundman, you were saying, Bruno.
Yeah, to Connor and Soundman for digging into the madness that is Adobe and figuring a lot of stuff out that has helped us editors a ton, as well as the rigging team.
Oh yeah, there's been a lot of great work, but sort of keeping it to your exploits, Ghost, because obviously even if there's a lot of help, it still doesn't reduce the labor and effort that's put in, and you do put in a solid shift. But equally, you wanted me to kind of give a little bit of a. At one point, you wanted me to show off a full YTP you were putting together. However, upon reviewing it,
honestly, yeah.
However, I'll give people a bit of a fun look into what on earth. So, could you just explain to everybody what on earth you are going on with this? Because YTPs,
my mind is just a mess. So that's visual representation of it. Okay, YTP. Sorry, so I'm getting way off track.
Your mental, by all means, please tell us more about how your mental representation is a what's this name? Moon dancer with a pain brick wall behind her. Please do tell us, what is the artistic interpretation one is supposed to take from this, the message, if you will.
Okay, so let me try to explain this. It all goes back. I'm trying to think of the context for this scene here. This is done in After Effects, and if you saw the clip, the letters sort of they sort of write themselves on I'm using a picture and path sort of effect there. it's a combination of so many different things that it's almost hard to explain. There's also a bit of Photoshop use in there. You see those like wine bottles or whatever they are with like the Versace flask.
It's rosé.
Why Versace?
Honestly, it's just I just want to put in like the most out of pocket, like wild, crazy thing I could do. Like that's YTP in my opinion.
I love that you called them wine bottles. It's Angry Orchard cider.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh man.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh,
Those wine bottles or whatever they are. I'm like, oh my gosh.
The alcoholic in me is looking at
me.
that with anger. It's like, no, that's cider. That's cider. God damn it! Don't desecrate my favorite.
Applejack. I had to put my hoof down.
they're like spinning. They're spinning. It looked way cooler. Trust me. Like if you had the clips, but they're like 3D extruded PNGs that I like spun around in Photoshop. So yeah, that's what I did.
I have a question about all of this. Did you make this to cope with something? Like, just?
I just did it for fun. Like, I just wanted to like make a YTP of the episode. What's it called? Amending Fences.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, Moondancer is kind of like my favorite character.
Moondancer is pretty cool. Yeah.
And I wanted to just sort of like give like a visual representation of like, I don't know, maybe how she's feeling or like the mental pain she goes through in that episode.
Right. This is basically your attempt at making a Sisyphean myth, but through Photoshop and After Effects. Right. Totally. Exactly. See, I'm on the same level. We're connecting our minds right now. See, we don't have to. There's no need to explain anything else. I think that's all there is, right? That's that. There you go. Versace.
Oh dear! I whilst this wonderful expression of modern art is without a doubt a great statement.
That's what it is.
You should be one of our artists.
It's modern art.
Join me in making the
modern visual art.
I'm gonna let that casually fade from my existence, so I don't have to worry.
Just as good as the art that I've made. So I mean, hey,
and just. I'll move us along before my brain starts trying to actually make sense of that. But Ghost, thank you very much for the wonderful introduction to the madhouse that is your mentality in that one.
Makes sense of it. It's pretty self-explanatory.
We shall now jump to one of our more veteran leaders, and between the three, I'm going to go with Shannon, because why not?
Oh boy.
Hello, Shannon. How are you?
Hello. I'm doing good.
So, Shannon, so much stuff. All the stuff. Always doing so many different things. How many different things did you do this episode? Was it like 25, 50, 100?
Not that much. To be honest, for 3-3, I didn't have as much going on. I'm having to double check because I have done a lot in the past. But I definitely had to kind of get the riggers up and going, get them trained because we have new policies. Guidelines. Yeah, so, yeah, okay. Looking at this, not too much. Just 2 new rigs, and then the dreaded, unfortunate, needed update for Rarity's rig.
Oh dear, that was that was a rig from what I've been told, and
that's cool, folks. To give some context. Normally, rigs have a turnaround. Basically, a symbol that has every single angle that is required for the series. Rarity did not have one! So that had to be made. And the kicker in all this was the parts were there. It's just that a turnaround was never made. So yeah, like putting a puzzle piece together.
Wow. How hard was it with this crazy wavy hair?
Yep. Even dealing with the wavy mane. Again, I am so sorry to the rigger who had to deal with that.
It was poor old MV who, reasonably decided that it was a good idea to take a rest, protracted rest from rigging after having to deal with that. And fair play to him for the effort he put into it. Very much a massive fair play and good kudos. But there is never any stoppage in the work when it comes to animation. And even now, we are, on 5 different rigs? That's a nice little teaser. So, there's always more work, isn't there, Shannon?
It never ends. It never ends as team leader.
Trying to make it easier. But
You do.
Lies.
Yeah, but it was also around this time that I had to overlook some of the backgrounds for this episode because we had quite a few new places. Lots of different places.
Many places, new spaces, new faces, vases, traces.
Sakura!
Shut up.
No, Sakura is not in this episode. No,
I'd like to-
in this case.
I'd like to point out that Shannon, in this discussion, you've now unintentionally spoiled that Rarity appears in this episode. I just kind of realized that. Wait a second, they don't know that.
They don't know that yet. Well, it could also be the greatest misdirection that we've ever played as well. Who knows? I mean, come
Hey,
on.
we're not that clever. Let's be honest.
Besides, Jared, it's this case is a double case with Apollo taking Rarity's case. So it was.
He's doing what now? Whoa.
He's doing what now?
Who knows? Maybe this episode, maybe a future episode. Who knows?
Who's writing these things?
Case.
They don't
we
know
write
about the
these?
third case that Edgeworth's taken.
We? With all these rights,
We speak in French.
I hate everything right now. Hi.
Back to Shannon, though. Yes, you're working on some of the background art, engaging on a lot of stuff. It's very impressive the extent that your work efforts reach within this production, and massive kudos as always for all the effort you put into it.
Thank you.
Along with everybody here, obviously. So, thank you very much for that. Now, most people know you for the contributions. What else do you like to do, though, outside of, being an EOJ acolyte, shall we say?
All right. Well, for starters, I am an artist and a voice actress. I do work on Fiverr. Getting a lot more hits with the voice acting, not so much for art, which is a bit of a shame. I also play lots of D&D.
Ooh.
And I'm currently planning another campaign with a friend. Won't go into details about that. It's got a lot going on in regards to D&D. But I also have my own personal game in the works that unfortunately has been put on pause due to technical difficulties in the past, needing to redo assets because of a previous computer corruption, and just finding time when I'm not working on EOJ or art commissions and such.
A hell of a lot of additional flavor to your resume, shall we say?
Yeah.
Quite the phrase, G.
Hy are so many of the EOJ TD new fans? Well, it's a very fun game to do, and we also are very creative people. It is
I
very
actually
fun.
found D&D through the OJ, so it sort of tracks. So it's like, opposite attraction sort of thing.
D&D is a nerd game. We are creating a pony and lawyer crossover, and that's pretty nerd, so the overlap is pretty large.
True. No, you bang on the money there. We are unfortunately very, very easily swayed by the nerds. We're all big nerds. Big
We're
nerds.
all very big nerds. And geeks.
But if
For the
we
most
are...
part.
if we're all big nerds, maybe there are some bigger bigger nerds within this group than others. And thank you very much, Shad, for giving. Well, I mean, do you want it to be dig? I mean, I was going to call Bruno the biggest nerd here, but Jarvy, since you're so keen to, put yourself on a pedestal in that regard, by all accounts, we can have a brief visit to your nerdiness, Jarvy. So I don't think you need any introduction because you do quite a good job of doing that yourself.
Nobody knows what I do. I don't do anything. I'm not even a part of the team. I just exist. I'm like a tulpa, but like worse.
Are you sure about that? Well, I mean, hold on. He's got a point. He's cooking. Let the man cook. I'm
cooking. I don't do anything for this production. I'm basically dead weight. I'm the real villain of EOJ, right? I weigh everything down with just my egregious personality, as they say. This is not sarcasm /
egregious.
Totally legitimate.
I'm going to be polite and not take that in the way that I could. Well, that's the thing. I'm not even sure if I was asking you anything at this point.
I've distracted him, guys. I've inflicted psychic damage and just kind of taken him away from the point of the conversation. I'm that kind of good.
Jarvy, Jared.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Jarvy. So, tell us why Equity is the worst character in EOJ.
Because whenever you deal with her, you hate her. But when I deal with her, she's great. Next question.
I'm gonna kill you, jeez.
Unintended consequence. Rile up Null.
Right. I got support, Mr. G. That's
I'm
right.
with
I
you on
figured
this,
it not
Jarvy.
my cause.
Look, he's French, I'm British. There was always going to be a conflict in that one. There was no chance of him ever being on my side.
What do you want me to say?
Well, I don't know. What do I say? Do I go with the historical answer or do I be nice?
Well, you're also dealing with a French woman in the team, so you also got to attend with that.
Why there's so many? What the hell did
You're surrounded.
What? When did this happen? I remember that it was James and I was British and now
being an island. I'm just saying, you're surrounded by nothing but water on all sides and enemies. So, rip.
Silly American, we're not Ireland, we're the United Kingdom. Ha 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 ha. European humor moment. Okay. Let's talk a little bit outside of EOJ because you, as you've mentioned many a time, have often divulged your knowledge and intelligence regarding the art of EOJ writing. What other aspects of your life do you have, Jarvy? What else makes the Jarvy Jared?
You sound so pathetic. What are you an interesting kind of guy, Jared?
I didn't say interesting. You're the one who chose interested. If you wanna,
what other aspects are you two-dimensional?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll answer.
Tell me about yourself. It's a job interview now, so tell me about yourself.
Oh God, reminds me of my interview phase when I went through all those job interviews for 2 years in a row. Okay, well, aside from EOJ, I also do writing. Wow, what a surprise. I do a lot of writing on the side. I have a few things that were published in a couple of magazines. I'm working on some stuff that still has to be edited, a couple of short stories that I'm trying to finalize, but unfortunately, real life has gotten in the way of that particular creative endeavor. I also write fanfic still, which is really funny that I'm writing a fanfic for this series. Well, this series is the fanfic, right? But I'm also writing some other pony fics because I like writing them and they're fun. They're a nice chill way to just practice. You should totally check me out on fanfiction.net, shameless self-promotion. The username is Jarvy Jared. I'm very easy to find. There are maybe 20-something stories on my page. They're all of differing quality. So that's fun. Trying to think what else would they do. Do I do anything else that's interesting? I make music. I play the piano. I'm bad at keeping up with practicing playing the piano, so that's fun. I don't know. Exactly. Right. Indeed. Very articulate. I'm very articulate, as you can tell. Does that answer anything? I grow plants. I started COVID with a single philodendron plant.
You started COVID?
Yeah, when COVID started. And everyone started getting hobbies, right? I just realized the order of how I said that. Yeah, okay, sorry. Yeah, sure.
Sorry.
Blame me for COVID. Why not? You know, hey, there are people in my community who are kind of like, he's Asian, COVID's Asian.
Oh, no.
It's just like, oh, thanks, guys.
No,
Appreciate
no.
it.
Oh, come on.
So,
I didn't mean it like that.
hey, it's okay. I took
It
it
was
in
just the way
stride.
you
I laughed
worded
at
it.
it. I know. It's funny how I worded it. Yeah. But yeah, no. When COVID started, and everyone was getting their hobbies in, right? And people were like baking or playing Animal Crossing and doing, I guess, fun, crafty stuff like that. I said, you know what? It's boring in my room. I want a plant, but I have really bad allergies. So I got a plant that doesn't really pollinate. It's just a philodendron, which is a vine with a leaf. And I put them in my room. And for the past, when was COVID? 4 years?
4 years.
4 years.
I've been propagating it. And I have a lot of baby
You've been propagating COVID?
No, the plant. The plant. I gave them names. I forget the names though, because I've propagated them so many times. I keep losing track of the pots. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cutlings from the initial one that I got 4 years ago, plus a pothos plant, plus a amaryllis plant that I'm trying to preserve for when it gets cold again. And they're all doing really well, surprisingly enough. I've never grown plants before, but like they're really long and really healthy. Like the leaves are really big, which is always a good sign for these kinds of plants that they're doing really well. And that's what I've been doing basically, like, on and off the side. It keeps me calm. It makes my room look pretty. And I don't sneeze a lot. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I'm a plant dad. Is that a thing?
Yes, you have a plant baby.
Sure.
Oh.
I have many plant babies. I have a green thumb. It's great.
It's lovely. No, it's wholesome. Well, I'm glad to hear you've got a wonderful, wonderful plant to take care of, because you certainly don't take care of equity in this story whatsoever.
Listen, look, we don't have to talk about that. Okay, hang on. Wait.
Why?
Let me defend my decisions.
Whoa. No. Instead, I'm going to let Nox defend your decisions for you, because he has no idea what those decisions are. So, Nox, hello.
Hello. That's
How are
one hell of
you?
a transition.
My
good.
least hateable French person. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Don't worry. A bit nervous is all.
Oh, don't be nervous. You've got nothing to be terrified of. If the whole episode sounds awful, I can just blame you for it. So absolutely nothing to be scared of.
God.
No, but seriously. So, audio engineering, we both know that. We both understand the pain of it. A lot of people like to big up Adobe as the biggest Adobe Animate. And I love how I say it as well. I know it's Adobe, but I go Adobe now. Adobe Animate.
To be fair for us, Adobe Audition isn't that bad, honestly.
It isn't. No, it's a relatively, workable piece of software. But
It's most
for
terrible.
everybody... Back in the old days, maybe less so, but let's talk a bit about the audio engineering. So, yeah. Things have changed quite a bit recently, but they won't impact this episode. But was it like, I suppose, doing the funny audio magic, doing the funny, doing the funny? How does it make you feel?
Oh, yeah. Well, at the beginning, let's say, I was completely lost. Like, I didn't really understand what I needed to do. Though, honestly, thanks to you and Soundman for, let's say, explaining a bit more. But as time went on, of course, you do it multiple times, so you take confidence, and, well, you started to do it better. I still think, that my work isn't exactly, like, the best, but I'm getting there. And I'm enjoying it.
Now, enjoyment is a strong term, but what is it that you enjoy the most about it? What brings the fun when it comes to doing audio engineering and mastering specifically? Because for people who may not know, we go through a lot of audio, and it's not great, especially when it comes out of Adobe Animate. So it needs to be put through Audition to make sure that it doesn't break and sound awful. So, where's the fun?
I would say the best part is seeing the scene taking life, because when you receive, all of the elements at the beginning, well, since there's no effect, nothing is sync, there's no music, the, VA lines are exactly, you need to put effect on it so they can sound even better. So little by little, when the scene is built, well, as I said, you see it take life, and, well, once it's done and sound good, you're like, well, cool to make.
And yeah, it's sort of like putting a piece of a puzzle, little different parts together. Do you ever expect audio engineering would be what you would contribute to? I know I kind of, for lack of a better term, did the sort of the clown from It, in sense of like, do you want a lollipop? Do you want an umbrella? Do you want a balloon? And just kind of dragged you down the pipeline of audio engineering. But did you at least enjoy your fall into the underground of audio engineering, or do you have some casual regret?
Well, at first how do I say this? I tried the role audio engineering. For I don't remember when it was actually when I tried the test, but I remember at first that I didn't succeed because you had already some people on the back that was ready to take the roles. So I had to wait like, I don't know, many months, 3 or 4, I think. So that all of a sudden one day, I just see a message from Mr. G being like, "Oh yeah, you're still interested by joining EOJ? Yeah, sure, let's go."
Oh man, yeah, it's the audio engineering team has got a lot of. You have to be a very special kind of crazy, to do audio engineering. I know, I did it at one point. So massive respect for not just running to the hills. Yeah, thank you for not running to the hills when I came back to say, "Hi, you wanna do some audio engineering?"
Honestly, with all you were talking about it and Soundman, I thought it was going to be really hell, but honestly, it's not that bad.
It grows on you. Now I've had to take on more duties related to splicing, so I take away most of the painful elements of the job now for you. So I am paying you back for all your wonderful kindness and wonderful generosity.
Thank you.
Now, since we've talked about all the everybody here, there's one person left I haven't said hi to yet. One person that I haven't said anything to. So I'm not sure if he's here right now because he's got himself muted. No, he's here. Okay. The Squib Man is still alive. He's still kicking. How are you, Mr. Brunowski?
I'm good. My legs hurt though.
Your leg? Did you do leg day? You did leg day.
Yeah,
good man. Good man. Yeah. Woo, Jim Bros. Yeah. So
I declare to everyone in chat, you need to do leg day. It's important.
Don't do leg day. It's all a scam, I promise you. No. So
don't listen to that man.
I did some bribery with you the other day, didn't I? I bribed you with Yakuza Like a Dragon, and you've been addicted. You were absolutely over the moon when you got that. But
I was absolutely addicted. I did for weeks until I completed.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it, man. Your contributions to, I think it was this episode or the previous episode. Yeah, it was last episode. Well earned little gift from myself. I think.
Thanks, man. Thanks a lot.
But team leader of the video editors, big boss man for Ghost and others, and as you say, someone who didn't know how to edit whatsoever when you began. You still feel confused as anything now? You still feel like a lost puppy?
Nah, I'm feeling a lot more confident now. So it's still weird that my whole experience editing was in a program that isn't built for editing.
Yeah, no, it's not.
I'm admittedly in a very weird spot. But just a few months ago, I went ahead and did some editing on a proper editing software. It was a little something to guide our editors. A little tutorial, if you will, for editing EOJ. So that was a great experience. Took me a little bit to figure some things out, but I pulled it off, and I think it came out pretty nice.
No, yeah, I think it was a really good piece of a sort of like piece of advice, good asset, or there's a word for this, and I'm absolutely butchering it. It's a good framework for people to follow, and yeah, no, well done for getting that out, for creating that. What what I'd like to know is like how you that exact feeling moving from Adobe Animate to a normal quote unquote software. I'm surprised you didn't just jump ship and run away and never came back.
To be honest, I'm surprised that there were some things I thought, man, if you were in Adobe Animate, this would be a lot easier. So I think my brain is rotten right now.
Really? Wait. So things would be easier in Adobe Animate?
Yeah, there were some effects that in Adobe Animate I knew exactly how to do, but in the other program I had to mess about to figure out how the hell was I supposed to do that.
Wow. Oh, yeah, that's very interesting. You heard it here, folks. Adobe Animate may actually be the best editing software according to Bruno. So
don't listen to that, man.
I want to object to that.
How to piss off the entire Elements of Justice team, say anything good about Adobe. But now, okay, so everyone's been giving me little things they wanted me to show off. You gave me something. Now, tell me, what is it that you wanted to? What is it with this exactly that you wanted to show off? What's the purpose of this?
You people can't see it, but currently, while I'm here, I'm doing something a little interesting regarding EOJ on my PC. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Quite. It is indeed Sonata.
Yeah, it is indeed Sonata. Yes, I wonder why that is. I wonder what's that green splotch on the bottom.
Well,
fascinating.
It's quite a good teaser for what may be coming. Or may not be coming. It could just be something that Bruno gave to me to show up that doesn't actually exist. Who knows? But it is gone now.
Good save. I totally believed you there.
I know. I'm such a great... Actually, to be fair, that tabletop game I was talking about that made me late for this, it was all about political intrigue, and I won the first game, so I'm obviously so convincing.
Totally. He's such a convincing deer.
I mean, I'm a deer. I'm such a deer.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear, indeed. Yeah, oh dear.
Call him a gentle stag.
We're so funny.
It's such
I'm
a gentle
put
stag.
breadcrumbs in your bed.
Double that one gentle stag moment. There's a story there for another time. Read my RPs, Jarvy. Read my RPs.
I don't need to read anything you ever write ever again, because after you made those 3 jokes and I was wrongfully attributed to them, I do not need to read anything else ever again that you will ever write, because, man, with all these rights, we really have left the point of this conversation.
Guys, you can't double dip pods!
Cadet, you came up with a wonderful comment during recording. It's like, that is the most stupid line I've ever heard. And I was going, yep, that's my line. I'm proud of it.
Oh,
Nothing can stop me.
That answers the question then. Oh no.
Yep. I'm so happy.
People thought it was me, and I'm like, I'm worried people think I'm that good and also that bad. I'm not funny. I'm sorry, I'm not really good at writing humor. You want really dumb jokes? One of those like one-liners that make you go wheeze and then like punch your wall? Kind of G. He's the guy with the gun. That's not wait.
To be fair, I have had to be held back by the writing team several times recently, being like, can we up this a bit more? Can we do a little bit more with this? Can we go ultra far with this particular joke? And I think there's been 5 instances where it's been rejected thus far.
I'm like, gee,
damn
please,
you writers!
Eat your eggs. Wait a second.
Do that with BOJ, not with the main series.
Exactly.
I don't even get control over BOJ anymore. I'm working with James on one of them. I'm not going to say which one. And he's already been quite strict about where he wants me to go and where I'm not allowed to go with it. So, oh dear, what can I say except
if you see any dumb jokes in this episode, 50-50 shot, they're probably G. 50-50 other shot, they're probably also me from learning. Like, I took notes. I was like, if I can make the dumbest joke, people will like it, and they won't think it's me. Reverse psychology.
We've got 15 minutes before the episode is scheduled to begin, so we'll start preparing to wrap up. There was one question for you, Cadet, if you wanted to quickly give a little insight into it.
Okay.
Someone was asking about the credit sequence and the sort of how you sort of prepared your voice to sing the credit song. Is there any little insight you'd like to give into that now? Do
you mean technically, or do you mean just for sing? I'm trying to figure out how the question is angled.
Let me see if I can find it for you and read it verbatim.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's more about your role. How you
my role in
yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was asked to sing for the end credit song for this case, if anybody didn't know. I'm the one that sings at the end of the episodes. The music part was handled by Jikro and I think it was Aljavis and Jarvy.
Yes.
So it was those three working on the actual song parts. And then some of the melody I ended up adjusting because it was very bouncy, as you can probably hear. I managed. It's not a song I can sing live, which is usually what I aim for when I write music, personally. I write it so if I was to pull out a guitar and play it, that is, I'd be able to sing it live. So, and I usually record in one take, and that song I had to record in 2 takes. So, if that gives any context on that part, I guess. But I did have a few, there was 3 or 4 spots specifically where I'm like, can we change the note a little? Is it okay to go down instead of up higher to then go down again? Because, it was busy, but it was good. And I kind of like the draws into the Apollo theme for it. Mm-hmm. It's really nice. I was a big fan when because I was watching Dual Destinies at the same time, a playthrough of it, because it was coming out live. And so I was like, ooh, okay, I have context for some of this melody now. But yeah. In terms of the art, I believe that was Shannon and the big art.
Yeah, that was the cutscene team.
Yeah, the cutscene. There we go. I was like, Shannon's cutscene. Yeah, scene team. Yeah. So, but it's a really nice, I guess, condensed group of people on the team working on just that alone.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Big effort.
My part is relatively small in terms of how much work went into that. Going back to the entropy comment that I made.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, you did an excellent job, Cadet. Well done. It's a really good piece. As you say, lots of heavy work from everybody. So everybody who had a hand in that contributed to the magical outcome that was. Right. We've got coming up to just 10 minutes before premiere begins. So we're going to, as I say, properly start wrapping this up. Just a little bit of context for everybody for this episode, because I feel like I always like to give everyone a little context for the episode. So, for everybody's kind of, knowledge and, as I say, for every background, oh, hello. I am missing a piece that I was hoping to show just then. Give me a second. Where is it? Where have you gone? Oh dear, it's gone into my rubbish bin. 1 second. Technical difficulties.
Come on, baby.
Where is it? There we are. Okay, right.
It's so over.
Here we go. So, for everybody's benefit, this episode was initially roadmap back in April, May, June. That is June, isn't it? Yeah, that's June of last year. Was written.
Oh my god! Ugh.
Finalized in September of last year. So, like, you know, I've said this every stream so far. I'll say it again. We have been sitting on these things for months. You know, over half a year since conceptualization to release. There's a lot that happens in between. Quite a lot of things have changed, though. You will notice, for example, we have decided to move away from using the text box blur. That's a big change in the sort of look of the episodes. So the only ones that will ever have it are 1, 2, and BOJ21. At the DC, I'll probably we'll go into a bit more technical reason why we had to sort of do away with that. But you shall find that it probably benefits you all in the long term, especially when it comes to visual information, because we were realizing, especially in the very first episode, which Bruno made a comment about, actually, we could barely see characters like poor old Sweetie Belle. She just became a head at one point. So, yeah, no text box blur, for example. But as I've also said in the comments and the description of this video, of the premiere of the episode, this should be the final time you see us experimenting with things. From 3-4 onwards, will be all the same for the rest of Case 3. So, no more craziness. However, I can't promise anything for Case 4. Fully animated. So Shannon, get the cutscene team back together. They're doing it all by hand. Cadet, we need you to sing for 1 hour and 30 minutes this time, non-stop.
I can do that. I've done a few stage performances before.
An hour and 30 minutes non-stop. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold you to that, so stand by. But we'll be doing quite a lot. As I say, not much change, but, you know, have a little spot for things that are going to change. Maybe little updates, little sort of things. I think there was also one other thing that happened in this episode. May not come across, but if it is there, there's maybe a slight technical error. We're not sure. Hopefully it isn't there. But again, expect this episode, as I say, to be kind of like the final major adaptation, change, and update. But you can sort of appreciate that for us, a lot of things constantly are changing, and especially when it comes to narrative, or it comes to writing, or it comes to editing, you know, something that we planned for 7 months ago, which, you know, this is when this episode was finished writing, has changed dramatically. So we are constantly evolving, constantly improving, constantly trialing new things. But the one thing that we aren't going to change is our release schedule. And I am very confident that we will be back here again in May for the next episode as well. So, you know, if you're excited for today, be excited. Yay, indeed. There's the energy. Woo! Yeah! If you're excited for today...
It's all on you.
What was that, Jarvy?
That's at the beginning of the stream, you know. If things fall apart, it's on your shoulders. Just, you know, that's at the beginning.
It's true. I accept this. But
It's
when they go
okay.
right, everybody will share in the victory. It won't just
You
be
know,
me.
with all these rights, we really have left the point at this point.
Not again!
Can't even say it with a straight face.
Well,
I've wounded
anyway.
him. I've wounded him by beating the joke into the ground. This is my revenge.
But yes, I will, of course, hide away this deadline. So as I say, we've had this episode in the bank for several months now. A lot of editing, a fair amount of changes, but this will be the last sort of trial episode, and from here, you know, we'll probably have a standard that we want to go with. But that's not the only thing. As with every pre-premiere, and with just about nearly 5 minutes to go before we're 7 minutes out from the release of the episode, I think it's time for everybody in the audience who's here with us right now to get a little treat, a little show of what may be in this episode. A little bit may have already been revealed, but there's still more to show. So, drum roll indeed. All right. Without further ado, here is the thumbnail for Free in its entirety. And you know what? Actually, I'll be not. No, you know what? Bruno and Cadet can stay where they are. So, yes. Here we are. The thumbnail for Free in all its mighty fine glory. And
Dun, 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 dun.
what's really cool, and is it's the first time I think we have not used a character pose directly, because all the previous thumbnails have been like a character standing in the front or perspective of a character. So this is the first time we've done like an item with character in imprint. So yeah, a little bit of a change up, a nice little bit of differentiation for this episode. But that takes us through, and you know what? I'm not going to let whatever Costos Animatis Ladders, whatever that track is called. Instead, we're going to head to our standard outro one. I want to give everybody a bit of chance to get there, water, get themselves prepared, enjoy getting ready to go to the stream, because we're 5 minutes out, people. We're just about 5 minutes out. So let's get hyped. Let's get ready for this episode. Thank you to all of my wonderful participants who've joined me today. I hope you've learned a little bit more about them. I hope you've come to know them a bit more. They're wonderful talents. You'll see some of them again next time, hopefully. Keep bringing them on, keep talking about them. So, come to these pre-premieres, but thank you so much for coming along to this one. But team, the premiere is about to begin. We've got the music playing. You know what's going to come next, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Drama.
The drama, yes. But other than that, I hope you all enjoy this premiere. We've worked hard on this episode. We're really excited to show it off as always. Yeah. So, team, as always, on the count of 3. Are we ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
Sure.
I am hearing hesitation.
guess.
Come on, team. Give me some more energy. Are you ready?
Oh yeah. You.
All right.
Totally, man. Let's do it. Yeah.
Ready.
please.
Thank you again, everyone. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Objection!
Objection!